El Chileno falls, but El Mexicano, can he rise? That is the question here, as we're going to be getting into our second ZVP of the day. Still, North America versus Latin America. Man, this is what's so great about this tournament. God, it's always great to see them go back and forth. Winner of this series already has an opponent. Winner of this series goes up against Zions. Oh, God, I can't wait. But here we go, spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE. We have the Mexican Protoss. He is blue, representing Alpha X, looking to avenge his fallen comrade. It is Pacomike. And spawning spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Lightshade LE, going for another 12 full opening, because why the hell not? We have the American Zerg player. He's green. He just cheesed out Cristiano. What's he gonna do against Paco? It is Reaper. Probe Scout coming out across the map. What's important is that Reaper hasn't sent a drone across the map for that proxy hatchery. So he's not looking to do something like that here. We are on Lightshade. The rush distance on this map is relatively short, but in comes the probe, and oh, there's the drone. And the probe will scout. Hold up, something's off here. There was no hatchery. There is the spawning pool. So yeah, even scouts the Lings. He knows what's coming his way. What is the response going to be here for Pacomike? How does he differ from Cristiano? Freshers in the chat, no co-cast. Darky will join me later on today in the semifinals. So until then, I will be solo casting. Only for a couple of rounds. Only for a couple of rounds. Oh, I should have had my mistake. Oh my god! Oh my god! I was distracted by the chat. Funada for sure is in the chat. I didn't see. Oh my god, the boys are all being pulled. There's no hatchery because the hatchery doesn't matter, mate. He was faking it earlier. The boys, they get past the zone, they get a full surround, and they're also going to be able to get a surround on the pylon and depower everything. The second zealot, it's so close, it needs to come out. The boys of Pacomike have been pulled, but the pylon is going to go down. And boom, there it goes. Ay, ay, ay. And the drone drilling continues. The first zealot falls. There's only one zealot left. A secondary pylon does finish up just in time. The adept is still on the way. More drones get past the probes though. Oh, and Pacomike, can he do it? He's doing it. Oh, but the zealot's gonna go down. The probes abandoned him. And the zealot died just 1 second before the shield battery finished. If the shield battery finished just 1 second earlier, that zealot would have survived. Meanwhile, the Lings have made it in, but the adept is out. Again, this all got repowered. With this adept being alive, mate, Pacomike, he's gonna hold. There's no way he doesn't, right? Lings are coming in, but the micro is good enough. The pylon is gonna go down, but this is not gonna depower the gateway. There's still another one. The adept is microing his heart out. The Lings finally switch over to that pylon. They wasted a little bit of DPS on that shield battery, and that was a little bit of a mistake there. Wasted a lot of valuable time. And meanwhile, the probes, the boys, they're still here with the adept. Second adept comes out, now with 2 adepts and with 2 shield batteries. There's Reaper, he almost pulled it off. He was so close. Oh, so close. But Pacomike, he's a different kind of Latin American player. He does get surrounded, he does get pinned to the wall, but ooh, Shades just in time. Gets repaired, gets those shield batteries to keep him alive. GG, well played, and Pacomike takes game number 1. Wow. Oh my god. But something that I was about to say is that we probably should have had a Croup please available for this. Not gonna lie, Croup is currently awake right now, so we probably could get her into cast. It's up to Kura if she's listening right now. You know, if you want to make that available to the people, make that point redemption available, then we can work on that. But it may be too late. It may be too late at this point. I'm looking at the chat. Mighty Kiwi, what are you doing awake right now on a Sunday? I like this Reaper guy's style. Just like he's the American Mighty Kiwi. There we go. There we go. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Mexican Protoss player. He is blue, representing Alpha X. It is Pacomike. Holding that 12 pool opening. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha of Jagannatha LE. Of course this is what he's doing, because why the hell wouldn't he? It's great, it's beautiful. Going for the 12 pool, because why the hell not? We have the American Zerg. He is green, he is Reaper. Oh boy, oh boy. Reaper versus Mighty Kiwi. Do we want to see that? That sounds disgusting. Oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, now it is a 12 pool, but what kind of variant is this going to be? That is the question. We do have a queen on the way. Oh, interesting, interesting. Drone is coming out. We do still have a probe scout from Pacomike, which of course makes plenty of sense. He dives in, sees once again it is a 12 pool opening, but this time there is a natural base. Now again, I was kind of distracted by chat. I can't remember if last game Reaper went for the natural and then cancelled, then just like sent everything across the map, or if he just like faked the drone coming down and that was it. But at the moment the natural is a natural. There is also a queen on the way, so yeah, not as committed. We're not going to see a drone pool, we're not going to see a proxy hatchery or anything like that, otherwise it would have already gone up across the map. There are just things coming across the map. So we're actually going to get into a game. For the most part, we're going to get into a game. If you recall, we did cast Cristiano versus Reaper on Beckett Industries, and on that map, Reaper did go for a big all-in, a big queen Ravager push across the map, and on a map like Jagannatha, we could see that again. Meanwhile, oh my god, this gateway is going to fall. Ooh. And the links do slip in. Oh, actually trying to get a surround on the Zealot. Can he get one? It's so close, and it looks like he will not just get one, he will get both. Oh my god. The pylon's gonna go down as well. The Adept is not going to finish. The boys are being pulled. Pacomike, you gotta protect the pylon. You gotta protect. Oh, the probes are falling. The shield battery's gonna go down, but the pylon, it looks like it will just barely finish. Is it gonna be enough though? Is it gonna be enough time for the Adept to come out? It looks like it will. As 2 more probes fall, 6 in total. The Adept does come out, but the wall is still not a wall. Thankfully for Pacomike, there's no more links coming across the map. If there was a link flood, I think Pacomike would straight up be dead, but Reaper did decide to drone up. So, Pacomike, he holds. But he took a lot of damage. He's down in workers. There was a little bit lost mining time. Oh my god, the Cybercore is still depowered. Because of that, there's no warp gate. Oh my god. Paco, please. This is huge. This is a big deal. Like, the delayed warp gate like this, like a counterattack would be deadly. I mean, link speed is still a long ways away, but we do still have slow links and they're coming across the map. The wall is still not a wall. The Adepts do leave. Oh my god. And the links, like, okay, they're waiting for the Adepts. I was about to say, if they go past it, they could just go for this pylon and just keep this Cybercore depowered. There would be nothing that Pacomike could do to stop him. Alright, here we go. The Adepts, they shade in. Oh! Quite, not quite. It's Saturday. Oh, God. Alright, here we go. The Adepts, they confirm that, you know what, there are some drones here at the natural. He knows that there's no massive all-in coming his way. Pacomike at least confirms that. The wall is now up and running. Warp gate finally starts. That was so close. Oh god, and we do have a Stargate opening on the way. Reaper sees everything. He even dives in with his Overlord just in case to make sure that there's nothing crazy going on. This Overlord confirms the tech as well. And what does Reaper do with this? His third base is honestly incredibly late if he decides to go for one. Off of 2 bases, he's going for a lair and he's taking all 4 of his gases. Is this madman gonna go 2-base Spire? That would be crazy. Okay, he's now going for a 3rd base, but regardless, like, this gas has to be for something. We still don't see a Roach Warren, we still don't see additional queens either, so we're not going to see a Nidus or anything like that. We do still have Link Speed, but this has to be Spire, right? Or, to be fair, this could also be for a Hydro push. You know, just go full Miyamika. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Oh boy, and yep, there it is. It is going to be that 2-base Muta. So Reaper playing like a Jim Rising here. I like it. And honestly, bold move. It's incredibly bold to open up with a Spire like this when you know there's a Stargate opening, right? Like, if Pacomike happens to scout you, Phoenix is just going to be on the way. You know, there's no reason for there not to be. So, yeah... Reaper taking a big risk here, but thankfully Pacomike hasn't gone for a scout. He hasn't been in the main base in a long time. Doesn't have a sentry for a hallucinated scout or anything like that. He hasn't gone for an oracle, which is totally a thing that could have happened, by the way. He could have gone for an oracle first, or a void ray and then an oracle, then gone across the map, and he would have scouted the main base 100%. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. We just saw a single void ray, and then we have a transition into charge lots. +1 charge lots with an immortal charge Archon, I guess I should say. I thought we were going to see maybe something a little bit more aggressive, but yeah, this is scary because now we have 8 mutas on the way, and like, Archons are great and all, but it's going to be a while until they come out. There's no blink for blink stalkers. This could end the this could deal game-ending damage. Oh god. Meanwhile, hello ARJ Skater. I see for sure this is messing with light and is casting like, oh, yes, always. If anything goes wrong, it's usually for sure's fault, usually. Meanwhile, wings are getting cleaned up across the map, just confirming that there is a 3rd base, that there are workers. Ooh, Adepts do shade in. Did he catch a glimpse of the mutas? That's the question that I have. As the Adepts, they're in the natural, they didn't go into the main base. The mutas, they're coming across the map. We don't see a response. It looks like Pacomike did not see the mutas. A little bit too busy killing workers, and to be fair, like, I don't blame him. You know, 4 drones, that's not bad for 2 Adepts, but the mutas, they're coming in, and there is nothing here that shoots up. There's Immortals, there's Zealots. We're gonna have some Archons, and we have 1 Void Ray, but the mutas, they come in, probes are falling left and right, they go straight into the natural as well. If they wanted to, they could even pounce upon the Void Ray. The Void Ray is not enough, he's going for the pylon, and it looks like he will get the pylon. He will depower this Stargate. Phoenix does not finish. Oh my god, he's going for the Void Ray as well, and he can get it. Oh god, he does back off in the end. We'll lose a couple of mutas to the Void Rays, I mean to the Archons, my apologies. But 16 probes went down. 16! Oh my god. And this is what I was worried about with this. Like, we don't even need a commitment into the mutas, but that's what we have. As the mutas come back in again, 1 shield battery is not enough to protect these workers. There's still more than enough mutas to one-shot the workers, so 7 probes do go down. The Lings somehow slip in as well. The wall was not a wall. It gets a full scout of the main base. Gets a couple of stalkers here and there, but this is what I meant. Like, Reaper, he's committing. We have +1 fire carapace on the way. We have corruptors on the way, which will help against the Phoenixes because we have a Phoenix transition. Unfortunately, there's still only 1 Stargate, so we're not going to have too many Phoenixes. We do have continued Archon production though, and that will help against the mutas. Oh my god. Meanwhile, the mutas, they come back in. This time they only get 2 probes, but oh no, the Void Ray's exposed and it does fall. At the same time, Lings are being annoying. They won't find their way in again. Not again. And now this is what I wanted. I was a little bit worried that Reaper was going to commit and just keep, like, be a little bit stubborn and just keep making nothing but mutas. Thankfully, we don't see that. Thankfully, Reaper, he did throw down a Roach Warren. He's transitioning into +1 roaches. And I think that may just end the game. because these mutants have dealt so much damage economically. Like Pacomike, he just can't afford a ground army to contend against that of Reaper. Sure, there are Stalkers that are being warped in, I guess, and they're kind of pushing away Reaper, but I really worry for the follow-up push with Glial, with +1. Oh. Here we go, Pacomike, he's coming across the map. He's being the aggressor here. I mean, to be fair, we have Immortals, we have Stalkers, we have a couple of Archons. Like, this army is still pretty strong. It has a lot to be desired though. Like, there are no sentries to force field, there's no War Prism to micro or to reinforce across the map. Like, this is all he's got. Oh, and the mutants come in already, shaving off some of this army. He's being forced all the way back. He's gonna have high ground here on the ramp, and he may be forced to fight here. No, he just goes all the way to the safety of his third base with that shield battery with overcharge. But Reaper's not stopping, and I don't know how safe this place really is. Again, there's only one shield battery, mate. Oh, God. I would love to see a couple more, but Pacomike, he's actually got plenty of upgrades on the way instead. The mutants are going to try and force the army back. I love this from Reaper. He's going to go into the main base. At the same time, the Road Ravager is distracting that main army. Oh my god. Okay, I thought he was getting the Templar Archives. But he could still get it. Meanwhile, +1 just finished up. The Biles are connecting. They are landing. The Archons are being focused down. Oh, God. There's still 2 for now, but they barely have any shields remaining. At the same time, mutants are dealing more damage here, getting all the workers that they can. And what I will say is that thankfully Pacomike, his tech is still up. Like, I was really afraid that it would be focused down, but Storm will finish, +2 will finish as well. So that's something, you know, but Storm isn't really what you want against Road Ravager. Oh god, especially a maxed out army like this. Reaper, essentially 200 out of 200 supply. The Storms do land on Roaches, they kind of tickle them a little bit. Oh, you know what, they're dealing some decent damage, you know, let's be real here. Oh god, but the Road Ravager is just trading so well. Pacomike just doesn't have enough to hold on, and GG gets called. Reaper ties up the series 1-1. Oh boy. And we'll see how this goes. As we are getting into this series. Oh boy, oh boy. Fun fact, after that game, Pacomike messaged me. He's like, yo, is this guy American? I'm like, mate, LinkedIn is Wikipedia. He's like, oh. It looks like Pacomike isn't familiar with Reaper. To be fair, Reaper is a little bit more known amongst the American players. You know, we're talking about like NA Apprentice Cup, for example. NA Apprentice, this is where he really thrives a little bit more, right? But every now and then he shows up for Battle of the Americas. And here we go. Here are these two players. We are in the ace match and spawning in the top right hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE. We have the Mexican Protoss representing Alpha X. It is Pacomike. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres. Oh my god. Wait, was this a 1211? It was, right? Oh my god. Spawning in the bottom in a ZVP? This man is insane. Spawning in the bottom left hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the American Zerg player representing Tactical Gaming. It is Reaper. my god, 13-12, sorry, right? I was not looking at the supplies at the time. I apologize, but this is an incredibly aggressive opener. I was not expecting this in a ZVP. The spawning pool has been scouted, but Pacomike, he's getting behind the mineral line. He also sees the gas. He sees how committed this is going to be. Pacomike has to take this seriously. Oh boy. Though, like, a wall is not enough here because the Lings are rushing across the map. There we go. That gas is not used for a Baneling nest. That's what I was concerned. I was worried, yo, we're going to see a Bane bust, right? Is that really happening here? No, it is for roaches. And the Lings, we do see two split off. They are focusing down this probe. The probe will not get into the main base. Pacomike will not scout the roach warrant. Oh boy, oh boy. El Mundanito, he needs the balls. He needs the disruptors, true. Fortunately, Pacomike, he did not have them. Fidnantok in the chat giving him the energy he needs. Is it going to be enough here? Because the Lings are already across the map. We do have an Adept being chronoed out. The Adept should finish. There's no reason for it not to. So far, the Zealot is holding the line, but this is what is scary. The roaches are now coming out. The roaches are looking to bust through this wall. And I love this Pacomike. Because he scouted the gas, he has a shield battery on the way. This is great. This is a great start. Problem is that these roaches can be turned into Ravagers. They can bile down this pylon because there's only one. Ooh. Now there are two. Mate. That is so important. Without that second pylon, a couple of piles, this pylon falls, everything gets depowered, and then Reaper busts through. But now there's a secondary pylon. To be fair, Reaper sees this. He sees everything here at the natural base. So right now he's calculating. He's trying to figure out how to best approach this. What is he going to bile down? What is he going to focus down? As the Ravagers do show up. There we go. Focusing on the shield battery of all things. Overcharge is not going to be available, and the shield battery is going to go down. There we go. Next up is the Adept. Force Field is on time, but there's a Ravager, and the Force Field is going to go down. We have another shield battery on the way, but it's not out yet. Oh my god, the Lings are flooding in. Pacomike, no! As we have nothing but Lings being flooded across the map. This is one base Reaper, bearing in mind the boys are being pulled. Shield battery finishes up. We do have a couple of Stalkers on the way, but they're not out yet, and the shield battery immediately gets piled down. And I think this could be it here. There's one Stalker. There are two Stalkers out now. But again, there's nothing to support the Stalkers. The boys are being pulled, but against Lings, that's not what you want to see here. Pacomike, he took down Cristiano, and now he takes down a second Latin American Protoss. GG gets called. He takes the series 2-1. GG, Trigger in the chat saying, mate, you can't hold this with a Nexus. Feels bad, man. And with that, another name gets added to the kill list of Reaper. Pacomike did put up a bigger fight. You know, Cristiano was 2-0'd. Pacomike did take a game, but couldn't take the series. And in the back of my mind, this is kind of what I wanted in a way. I say that, I love Pacomike, but the idea of Reaper taking down two Latin American Protosses and having a third Latin American Protoss ahead of him, I'm like, yo, the storylines. Reaper, he moves on to face Zions. Zions being the best Protoss player in Peru. He went up against a Chilean, he went up against a Mexican, now he's up against a Peruvian. Oh boy.